Nightcap is a place to go. Nightcap, so you don't feel alone. Nightcap, yeah! For a drink, dirty or virgin, coffee, waters, or whiskey or gin. Nightcap, you don't have to be coy. Nightcap, here's Ricky and Joy.
Hello, and welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends that unwind with the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and I have a Black Russian. And here is my handy-dandy co-host, Miss Joy. I am a real worker, Nickens. How are you doing, Miss Joy?
I'm doing well, drinking my art agua. How are you doing?
Oh wait, hold on. Back to me. I'm doing very well. I am enjoying life right now. I'm feeling a little bit better.
Woo woo!
Woo, woo. Let's see. I'm gonna just open it up to life right now. Excellent. I went to St. Patrick's Day. There's like a tiki bar in a place called the Brick Wall. There's like a side. They had a side bar, and it's all tiki themed. And so me and two friends, we went to that. And then afterwards, we took some pictures in a photo booth, and then at another bar called Johnny Mac's. And the thing about the bar Johnny Mac's is that it was super packed. With every drink that you get a free pizza.
Ooh.
And it's like a little personal like pizza. And the drunk people didn't realize that their pictures printed out of the photo booth. So I have a ton of pictures.
Oh my gosh.
So in case you were wondering, here's some random girls.
Oh jeez.
All right. So here's some random girls.
Oh God.
Drinking.
Photos.
All right. So there's that. This is the wanted couple, and so apparently $10,000 cash reward for this wonderful couple.
Oh my God.
Right. The wanted couple also proceeded to be stalked by the paparazzi.
Oh.
Yeah. I love the kissing one. Just like.
Do you think?
Right.
Whatever.
That's a little lackluster. And this is my favorite one. Okay, I gotta slow reveal this one.
Shout out to people.
I know. Shout out to random people that did not get their pictures. All right, so two girlfriends hanging out, found a pot of gold, hanging out with each other, right? Hanging out, hiding, right? Half in, half out.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part of this photo.
Oh my God!
Her friend just leaves her.
I was like, either she fell out or she's gone. Like, what?
Left her. Yes. So I love that. Oh wait. Oh, did I do? Yeah, I think I did Konnichiwa girls first. Yeah, I did. All right. So and it's so funny because like there's a stack and I like just kept on grabbing them. I was like, oh, I have to get all of them, just because there's something so funny about people randomly leaving their photos.
You had to they grab them all like Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. And then yeah, so that was that. Oh, I think I found another one.
Oh my God. Okay, they're just.
And she's like licking the pot of. Her like tongue is like in her mouth for only one out of the three photos.
What a life.
So yes, so we went to Johnny Mac's. I hung out with my my friend a couple of times. That was fun. Excuse me. For lack of a better word, I'll just call him Cupid.
Okay.
Because I'm a fan of fake names. Right.
I should have a fake name too. But then again, I think I already I've had a couple names, but not like Cupid.
Oh, for like Bibi? Pretty pee-pee. So what have you been doing life-wise?
Well, I got my hair cut
Yeah, it looks super cool.
for the first time ever in my life. I've never had my hair cut, and then I've never had it cut short. So
I like it. It looks cute.
Thank you. Just living my life. I got my hair cut on Friday, the 16th. And then the 17th, I hung out with my friends, quote unquote, the Avengers. I mean, what is it? The Avengers? No.
The Defenders?
Yes.
The Defenders, yeah.
We nicknamed ourselves the Defenders. And so I hung out with the Defenders crew, and we did a photo shoot at the Oculus for St. Patrick's Day. And then hung out with my co-friends at a ramen spot, and then went out for ice cream, and then came back home and chilled. And then the weekend was Sunday, and we hung out with the fam. And then yeah, just so I've just been working, and I've taken a break from video games, like an unplanned break. Only because I have comics I'm trying to finish and books I want to finish. So I've been trying to read this one particular comic. I'm almost done, but then I'm also trying to catch up on shows as well. So yeah, I'm actually like a real reader now, reader Nickens, instead of a vlogger or anything. I haven't vlogged or done any videos in a while, but I'm getting back to it though soon.
You got it. I have faith in you.
Thank you. Just take these bouts of, I want to do this now, and then I'll do this now. So yeah, that's all.
But like life is yours, so why not be a little fickle? Like do stuff when you feel like it.
Yeah, I love it that way, because it's never, to me, it's never boring as long as it's something I want to do, and what I want to read or what I want to see. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
Awesome. And then on the chat board we have Edgintingy. And we also, I think that's Rodney Ting. And then we also have Rodney. So hello people. We are doing so good. We are alive and well, and we drank on St. Patrick's Day, or I did. Took some drunk photos. No,
I don't think they were drunk.
Not as bad as these people, these random people.
Yeah, they're not random, but these people.
They are random. They are random. They left. This is my favorite one. The fact that girl's like her friend left her.
Bye. And she's like, I'm still gonna shine.
Right? She's like, oh, I still look cute. At least I look cute. Because that's what she thought. Yes. Let's see. And it's so funny when you mentioned the Defenders, because I didn't think that I watched any TV. I watched all of Jessica Jones season 2, which I'm sure Rodney has caught up with that. But considering the fact that the rest of the world probably hasn't caught up with it. I don't necessarily want like a heavy spoiler Jessica Jones talk. I just want to give a little insight in case you have or haven't seen Jessica Jones.
I have not yet.
Oh my! The first season, you haven't seen it?
No, I did. I know. I
told you it was really good.
I know. I'm a terrible human. It's not like I don't want to see it. I do have it on my Netflix list. It's just I haven't gotten to it yet.
All right. So, season 2. I'm ignoring the fact season 2. Season 1 was all about Jessica Jones dealing with a traumatizing factor known as the Purple Man, and he sort of deals with mind control. And season 2 is about her dealing with, I would say, more of the trauma of her life, picking up the pieces as somebody who was an orphan at a very young age. And sort of dealing with factors of like
abandonment.
Yeah, some abandonment issues. She's just like hardened, and she's just trying to like do her thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, she's trying to figure out like about the people that made her the way that she is, which is super.
Oh,
or
really?
gifted. Yeah.
Oh.
So she's like, her and her best friend are sort of, her best friend actually is looking into it and trying to make it, widely known.
That she's a super person?
Or to make the facility that did some testing possibly on her.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's without getting too deep into it. So it's dealing with like her backstory as a person, and then her backstory as being super. Without getting too deep into like spoilers, because I feel like those are pretty safe bets. It's like, oh, superhero, let's go over origin, let's go over past trauma.
Yeah, so that seems pretty like an outline.
Yeah. But it's very interesting where they actually take it. So yes, Rodney said that he's on episode 6. That's when it starts getting good, which the twist that happens around that time period, I totally got.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm just like, I don't know. I want to watch it, so
that's why I'm not saying anything. And then Rodney's saying, I'm not sure if I like it better than the first. It's pretty good so far. I would say that I think the first season really was a perfect season. It was just perfect, and it lines up very well with Alias, which was the comic that it was based off of. But okay. I guess I sort of like the Patsy storyline. I love getting a chance to see her as like the downward spiral of her best friend. Just because her best friend in the comics is also something.
Oh, and then like she doesn't know that she's something?
Or it's like, I would say that it's pre-something.
Oh, I was gonna say like Jessica Jones doesn't know her best friend is also like a special person, or
it didn't happen yet.
Okay. Wow.
So, which I mean, in the comics, it's like her mother sold her soul to the devil.
Oh god.
Like, and yeah, it's like weird. It's like weird, but that's also like 1960s, 1970s. So like that sort of storyline was more viable. I feel like doing a storyline like that nowadays doesn't necessarily have the weight emotionally, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think nowadays. I mean, there are a lot of shows that deal with Satan, like, or gods, or things that are more upfront. That's one of the shows that I actually listed on the notes too. Like, I'm not going to get into it yet, but yeah, I think nowadays, if there was a show that's like, oh, Satan sold your soul to the devil, it would be like, oh, all right, I get it. But back then, I'm sure religiously, a lot of people would have been like, oh my God, how dare you? Oh, yeah. Like, so I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I know that, Rodney. I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that person's.
Yeah, and a lot of like she's like D Squad. No, she's like D Squad.
Like a D Squad superhero.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
But I mean, that's because like her best friend in the comics was Carol Danvers.
Really?
AKA Miss Marvel, AKA Captain Marvel. But since they're going to be doing the Captain Marvel movie, they couldn't use both. So they ended up making it so that Jessica Jones ended up being adopted by Patsy's mother as like sort of like a publicity thing. So that's how they know each other.
I'm not that deep into Marvel yet, like in terms of the universe and who's what and who did where. Like I'm only touching new Marvel, I think. If I can say new Marvel, like all those Marvel people that are not new, but let's say done over.
Yeah, the reboot, like all the like
how everyone's not white. Like I've read those. That's as much as I can. Like Ironheart.
Yeah, no,
And Miss Marvel being Indian, like all of those are the ones that I've recently gotten into. And Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur and like those kind of comics. Now I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, in America. Oh, we already talked about this before.
Yeah, Rodney just said the Marvel Now stuff.
Yeah, the Marvel Now. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. But Marvel then, I have no idea.
No, it's, and I talked about this during when Jessica Jones first came out. She had the first comic for the Marvel Max, which was a specific publication that they had for like adult themed comics. So like literally the first cell in Alias, which is where Jessica Jones comes from, is called like it's her saying the F word, which is like crazy because that was the first time that they could. Because it was the first comic book line that they had. That was
hers.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like question mark apostrophe.
No, it was legitimately the F word.
Wow.
So I mean, like this is like it's probably around late 1999, 2000, or no, probably 2001, 2000. Yeah.
Jeez, took them that long.
Yeah, but well, I mean, the censorship board was very different then. For what you could and couldn't do. I took a queer class. All right, so I saw Jessica Jones. Did you watch any TV?
I did. I caught up with, and I wanted to do this for a while, but I stopped. I caught up with season 6 of Scandal.
Ooh, scandalous.
I know. And the only reason why I watched it was because my supervisor was like, Joy, watch Scandal. Like, you have to get up with Scandal. And I said my reasons why I stopped watching it. But then he was talking to one of his other coworkers, or one of our other coworkers, and they mentioned something about a plane blowing up or a plane exploding. And I was like, there's a plane exploding? And he's like, watch Scandal. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I finally caught up with season 6 of Scandal. There's the last season, which is 7, and I haven't touched it yet. But there's that show that I've been trying to like put away. And then, excuse me, nothing particular, like nothing that I would want to get into. It's like a whole thing. But the Blindsided show that I never planned on watching this, didn't even know it existed. Thanks to BB. It's called The Messengers. The Messengers? Yes. Okay. So it's called The Messengers. And the only reason why I watched it was because I was taking my braids out and braids, not brains. And Bibi had it on Netflix, and I didn't want to get into it because I was like, oh, it's another show. Like, I don't want to add that onto my queue of things. But then as I was taking my hair out of, and I was just like, oh, this does seem kind of interesting. And then we just kept watching it like during my whole hair process. So now I'm like kind of invested, but I'd never seen the first episode. I just watched from whenever she was watching it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
It was the Opalgram.
Oh, what did she say?
She said beep boop. Oh, I'm wearing underwear.
Oh my. Oh my.
Sorry, guys.
Look at him.
Oh, and by the way, it's like 3D. It's like a print that looks like it's 3D. Okay, I'll be like nasty. Look at that. It's like 3D. Stop squealing. They can't see it. See, it's 3D. I'm sorry. That's like the.
I forgot.
Sorry, it's my free cams.
Oh.
Do you mind if we check in with Opal?
No. No.
I'm sorry. This just sounds so funny.
I'm checking on the chat.
Hey, what's up, Opal? Hi. Hi. How are you?
Good.
Anything new on the Opal sphere?
Not really. I think we're skipping out on that trip. That's cool. We rescheduled.
What trip?
What trip?
Mark's birthday trip. It's called Mark's Law now. That shit happened.
What?
You know I'm having a nightcap right now, right?
Oh. Oops.
You're on nightcap.
Hi, Nightcap.
I thought that Joy just said hi. Hi, Opal.
Hi, Joy. I missed your face. I love
Oh
your
my
new
God.
haircut.
Oh my God! Opal's on my haircut. Yes, girl. Yo, is she coming to the reunion?
Joy wants to know if you're going to the reunion.
I'm going because you guys are going, right?
Hell yeah. I'm going.
Joy says yes, so I guess I will go.
Yay!
Cool, because you two are literally the only reason why I'm going.
Oh my God, I love her so much. Oh, 10 years. Oh.
Oh, 10 years. Well, thank you for joining us on Nightcap.
Thanks for having me. Have a good night.
You too. Happy midnight to you.
Happy midnight.
Oh my gosh. I love that Opal checks in like so far every Tuesday, the past 2 Tuesdays.
That's why I thought she knew that I was a nightcap.
No.
And then she was like, bah, bah, bah. I was like,
What was that?
I know. I thought it was like, let's see.
Side note, I just wanted to add real quick that thank you for the comment about my haircut. And then any good new Goodreads. Okay, so I'll preview the newest thing that I got from the BB. I have a decent stack of books that I need to read, but this is the newest one. Okay, bear with me. Okay, ready? It's this. It's I don't know if you can see it. It's called Magnifique Noir.
I was gonna say, is that Black Girl Magic?
Yes, like it's. I've never even heard of this, but BB found it, and they were like, "You should watch, like, you should read this." And it's got stuff in there. It's got visuals in there. There's a lot of words, and then there's pictures, and that's why I was like, oh, and then I texted a couple of these pictures to my friends to just be like, oh my God, guys, like, look at this book. This book is so awesome. Like there's like text pretending and stuff. So yeah, this book I think is probably like a young adult novel, like some type of it's a whole book 1. But yeah, this one says Bree Danvers. So maybe it's kind of taking place in a separate universe that's not Marvel, but it's Black women, but they're all like curvy in a way.
Yeah. No, they've got
some thickness.
They have some like sexy bodies.
And their names, I don't know, again, I haven't read it yet, but I see here it's Galactic Purple, Cosmic Green, Radical Rainbow, and Prism Pink.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. So
I love how you're getting like your like indie comic book on. Like I appreciate that.
It's been amazing. I'm upset in a way. Oh, shout out to the guy that I met at DMV who
watches Nightcap.
No. I had to get my vehicle inspection sticker renewed, and in my car it's like a lot of Batman stuff because I got that for my birthday. And he was like, "Oh, my wife is a big comic book geek," And I was just like, oh my God, like my cousin got me into comics. So we were just like geeking out about comics as he's inspecting my car to make sure that it's good to be on the road. But yeah, I was just again reiterating the fact that my cousin got me into comics and I had no idea about any indie anything and never really read comics as much as I do now, ever. So yeah, I just hope to get rid of this other comic I'm trying to read, which is called Secret Six. And it's just so meh. Like, I just want to finish it and be done with it so I can get to all of this gold that I've been sitting on.
Speaking of comics, guess what I still have from the library?
Wait, why haven't you returned that yet?
Because, like, I don't have the...
Yes, you do.
I know.
You can...
I probably owe them, like, $3.
Like, don't even lie. You totally can
But you know what?
return
Nobody's probably getting it, so see it as a donation to the public library.
that. Oh my gosh. You should return it so someone else can read that.
Yeah, it's some high schooler that's, like, needs to read that.
Yeah, like me. If I was in 10th grade and was really into graphic novels.
Which
and had,
you weren't.
I wasn't, but who was I can't think of who my 10th grade English teacher was.
But you know what I was going to say? I was going to say, do you know who was into graphic novels at that time?
You?
Me, Kim, and Tammy.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could have been included in that. But then again, go ahead.
I was going to say the first graphic novel that I read was Magic Knight Ray Earth from a girl named Angela in my 6th grade chorus. She had like the entire series. There were only 6 books, and she would keep it in like her tiny little backpack on her back. And I read it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And like I read all of them.
Magic Knight Ray
Earth. Yep. And
Ray
it was it was written by a team called Clamp, and they also did Chobits. That's probably most people know them for.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that sounds kind of familiar. Magic is it spelled like R-A-Y Rayarth? Rayarth?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't read that one, but I definitely read and watched Chobits. And that junk was lit. Like for the time.
Oh my gosh, Rodney remembers Magic Knight Ray Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I never read it, but I knew it was there because I would always go to Borders and see it there, and I'd just be like, that seems interesting, but nah, I'm into the manga. I'm into the I don't know. Gender bending. That was the genre I was into.
Really?
Yeah, I loved manga where the girl character has to transform into a boy for some strange reason, or the girl is a tomboy, so then she has to infiltrate a place where she's a boy. So then the main boy thinks he's gay all of a sudden because he's like, I really like this dude, but it's a girl the whole time. Like that was my thing. I think that still is my thing. Yeah.
I think I loved Chobits because it has the whole like dealing with society factor, and I think I like things that allow you to like sort of understand a bigger concept.
You got all that out of that?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, especially when the oh god, what's her name?
It's been a while. That's why I'm just like, what existential the higher calling?
No, because remember how she kept on reading the like the comic books about like, you know, the me that's inside of me, you know, and the me that's inside of me is different, and that's sort of the struggle between, it's kind of like Black Mirror almost, the struggle between, you know, how much technology is too much technology, and also could you ever love something that was technology even though it's not a human? So you have that struggle. You have when is taking technology too long or too far? And then also you have the whole like, if an entire part of you was removed from yourself, and if you had these two dual identities, like, which one of you is real? The one that existed before, or the one that exists now? So it's just some of the sort of stuff that it like sort of went through. And I think probably one of the coolest things was having the character sort of, not the main character, but the Chobit herself. God, what was her name?
Is it Chi?
Yeah,
Is it like she or Chi, I think.
When she's, you know, trying to figure out herself. Excuse me, I just burped.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I can only remember 2 things from Chobits when you bring it up. Oh, 3, because I remember the chick's name. Second thing, I remember, I think I read that whole comic just thinking, like, are they gonna have sex or no? Like, I think I just was wondering. I think that's pretty much why I read it, because I was like, she's an android, and then he's a dude, and then it's like, are they gonna do it? And then the show's like opening title was I'm thinking it was "Let Me Be With You," do, 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 yeah, do, 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 yeah. Like that was my jam back in 2004 or 5.
That's hysterical.
But yeah, I think what that for you was, to me, that was Xenosaga, like that whole of the video game. Like Xenosaga was this game where there was an android in it. There was a couple of androids. There was like 3 of them in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, 3 or 4 of them people. But it was like this whole universe of like, it was just so deep that it was like the plot was insane, but it was more like existential stuff. Like, just, is this real, and this Earth, and we're just nothing but mortals? And it just seemed like it was so entirely crazy that I'd have to relook it up. But it spanned across 3 games, and I thought the 3 games were awesome. So yeah, okay. What? I'm just reading real quick, just reading the chat. But yeah, Chobits was good. Shout out to Chobits.
Shout out to Chobits. Shout out to Clamp. And then I always loved how at the end of Clamp they would have like a mini comic about like themselves at Clamp. I always enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. They're very, very. I like when they, not to say break the 4th wall, but they would be very like casual about, yeah, we're people too.
Yeah, and this is what we're doing. And so has a cat, and then it just shows like 7 cats.
Yeah. In the background.
That's literally, yeah, I'd love that. Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, wait, let's see. I'm checking up to make sure. So my game right now, I'm playing The Sims Mobile. It's a dumb game. It's new.
Why is it dumb?
It's dumb because it's like, it's a free game, but you know what? I like the way that it works better than I like the Sims free play. That was dumb, because instead of dealing with an entire town, you're only dealing with 1 household. And I look cute in it. I just opened it up for you.
Should I also do The Sims Mobile?
If you want something dumb that doesn't really matter, then sure. If you think that you're getting something amazing, then no.
So like every app on my every device, like everything doesn't matter.
Well, you remember my experiment when I got rid of all the stuff.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Remember how I like weirdly liked it?
No, that's not weird. You're a human being. We're not supposed to be attached to all this stuff.
I know. It makes me like want to go back. Oh, right. So maybe, wait, how many more days do we have in March?
Oh my God. Look at you.
You
could just look at an actual calendar.
As I'm like on my watch.
Yeah, you go. Look, let me just, how many days in the calendar? In the
all right. So who knows? Maybe for April, I will do that again.
You weren't doing Lent, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Catholic. Okay. But it's funny. Every Good Friday, I don't eat meat.
I see.
But with all the church that I've been having at my activities job.
Yes, Rodney.
Rodney just called me out. It's a reason to use the Apple Watch. Ha ha ha.
Hmm.
I can't help it. Mac boy.
It's okay. I'm macked up. The only thing I don't have, shouting my whole spot up, the only thing I don't have is the Apple Watch.
And it's funny. It's funny. I did a double take because remember how I had the one scratched Apple Watch?
Yeah.
I was half tempted to. It was either going to be you or my sister-in-law.
Oh my God, no.
So like you almost remember how I gave it to my sister-in-law? You were on my list. Of, like,
I could have been in the running to get an Apple Watch.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you like during, but if it wasn't, if like she was like, oh no, I probably wouldn't use it, then it would have been you.
And that's the thing. That probably would have been my whole reason. I'd have been like, no, I'm not gonna use it. But then I said the same thing about this Apple TV. Well, no, I actually don't really use that as much either, but it's just nice.
No, but it's very nice. It pops up when you're at work and you're not supposed to be on your phone, and you can just like look up and be like a text. And it's like easy enough to like send out a text with Greg. I know, I'm so tired, guys. I've been like working so many doubles. It's not even funny. My job, my activities job, they initially were like, oh yeah, we'll have you working 19 hours. I've been like working 30 hours.
Jeez. Well, hopefully you're saving the money and you're putting it away, like, you know, getting your bills and stuff paid and everything, but you know, hopefully saving. I'm trying to save too, so that's why I'm saying.
It's so funny. When I got my last check, I was like, oh my gosh, I could buy an iPhone 10 if I wanted to. I was like, shut up. I'm like, you're so dumb. It's the cost of the laptop. It doesn't change the fact that I really want it, but
oh my God. Go ahead, finish your thought, and then I'll say.
I really want the iPhone 10. Like, I legitimately almost bought it just because I could. Just because I'm like, I want it, and I can.
Oh my God.
Except for, like, it'd be nice to, like, I don't know, like, have an apartment. Which sucks. Because, like, I am currently, if I made, like, $200 more a month, I could have an apartment on my own, but I don't.
Well, I would love to help you on that.
Yeah.
Just move. just move from there. Maybe we could do something.
It's just dumb.
I know. I know.
It's just dumb. And then I have to stay relatively close because of my new.
What's going on? New Cupid?
No. Oh no. Well, I mean, Cupid would be a good reason, but like my jobs maybe.
Oh yeah, jobs.
But I mean, things. I'm not. It's funny. Cupid is going on a road trip, for a month-long road trip. He has vacation planned out, and he was saying that like, oh yeah, before like I didn't really have, you know, he's like, oh, I wasn't looking forward to coming back because like I didn't have anything to like look forward to. But he was like, but now I kind of do. So I was like, oh,
right, things are changing.
Yeah, it's still
pretty new.
Yeah,
at the moment.
We're just enjoying ourselves. And Mr. Rodney said, "No, get the Samsung 9,
the S9. I don't even know what that is."
By the way, Rodney, I couldn't switch if I wanted to. I wouldn't be able to use this. Everything syncs with my MacBook Pro. I have my iPad. I have my Apple TV. Like, I literally.
I know.
I couldn't do anything if I wanted to.
I see you, Rodney. It is.
And then Rodney just called out Joy.
Both of us. He called out both of us. Like.
And no, I'm just hanging out with somebody. It's different.
Oh, I'm not hanging.
I'm just hanging out with somebody. Rodney.
I went to the
labels are terrible.
We went to the Apple store and the baby was looking at a particular product, and the product itself, it rhymes with hot dad professional. So not like what comes after H is the other letter. But hot, because we're not endorsed by Apple to talk about any of this stuff. So you know what? I'm not gonna mention.
What's a hot dad professional?
iPad Pro.
Oh, I was like, that does.
I know. I tried to be funny. It was terrible. So we were looking at an iPad Pro, like just looking at the pen and stuff. And I was asking all the questions because I love my iPad and I think it's great. And I'm definitely just spoiled. But just the cost of the one, like with the biggest gig space, which I think is 512 gigs on an iPad Pro, is like $1,000. Like it's not even the damn computer. It's just the iPad. Like it had me shocked. But then I'm like, oh my God, they're really trying to make the laptop obsolete. So all you do is just have iPads. But it's insane how much they're charging.
I saw this crazy YouTube video where it said like what Mac does. And like their goal is to bring technology closer and closer to you. So like their goal is to make the desktop computer to like cause the laptop to cause the desktop computer to become obsolete. And then they want to make the iPad make the laptop become obsolete. And they want the cell phone to make the iPad become obsolete. And they want the Apple Watch to inherently make. So they're trying to bring technology closer and closer to you, and their hope is in doing so, there will not be that need for the space of the bigger and less and more distant technology. In a way, there was like this weird video about it. What?
It just makes me feel like I have too many devices. Like I just have. I mean, I use them for when I'm supposed to. Like if I'm going away, I don't need to bring the whole computer. I could just bring my iPad, which I love, but I barely use because I'm away doing fun things. So why do I need my iPad when I'm out living life?
Well, I mean, I feel like okay, so let's have this like weird conversation about technology for what things. So like the iPad realistically laptops and computers are for desktop when you're at home. Laptops are either at home, at school, at work, in a coffee shop, right? For the most part. Then you have the iPad. iPad is more like car trip. So if you have a car trip, you don't necessarily want your laptop, but you want a bigger screen than your phone, right? I use my iPad when I go on the treadmill, bigger screen, that sort of stuff. And then and then your phone is for, phone reasons, but also, killing time because it's the reason why you have it is because it's a phone.
Yeah.
And then the watch is just the bridge that makes it easier to access it in a minimalist way in everyday life, in a way that you don't need to distract yourself from life. You just look at your watch instead of pulling out your device and having to password see. That way it's just, oh, that's my message. I can either respond or not. Boom.
Yeah.
And it's a way to make technology a part of life as opposed to a distraction from life. Keynote, here I come.
Right, exactly. Shout out to my two friends. I can call them friends. Who just got Apple Watches not that long ago, and they look great. And it was a present to themselves. And I was like, good for y'all, like out here splurged on Apple Watch. Go ahead.
I would say that it's definitely not a necessity, but it's weird because it reminds me to like exercise and to stand up and to do all this stuff. And it because of that, it's teaching humans how to be better humans with technology. I have the ability to focus on my breathing. Like there's a meditation thing
Ooh.
And it just guides you through, you know, breathing in and out for 7 breaths in a way to steady your heart rate.
That's nice. That's
so
like, instead of me getting a Fitbit, I could just get an Apple Watch, like a really expensive Fitbit.
No, that's exactly what it is, but it's also like more like
for my phone and stuff.
Oh, absolutely, because it's all native stuff. So like the Messages app is messages. Like it's not like it's like third party, like have to do weird stuff. And then it's all text to speech or like the writing thing. But for the most part, it's not like you have like a tiny keyboard that's hard to press the buttons.
Which is my problem with my big thumbs. And I love this conversation. I love how we went down the Apple rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Rodney probably just tuned us out. So Rodney, you can come back on. We are done with the Apple products. Take a bite out of it.
Yeah, a lot of my friends have they not Apple. So it's just nice to be able to see the other side who doesn't have Apple and how do they live. Oh, he's here. Thanks, Rodney.
I figured he was still listening, but I like to just joke. I saw Love, Simon.
Oh my God, I've been wanting to see that. How was that?
It was really cute. So Love, Simon is a coming of age tale about this guy that is in high school and he is gay and he is closeted, and he finds out that somebody from his school in like a post secret type of website for this school finds out that there's a kindred spirit, and he starts to email this person, and they strike up a friendship, and he gets feelings for this person as they're both closeted and in the same school. So it was really cute. It was cute. I like the way that because the character has no idea who it is, when he would think that it was somebody else, they would like put that person in the position of the loved one, like reading out the letters, which I thought was cute. But the entire time, and it's funny because the character references this too. He's like, so he's gay, but he's not out. And he's like, well, I have like no reason to not be out. He's like, my mom's as liberal as they come. Like, and my dad isn't exactly the most macho man. His dad was like, you know, football captain or whatever, but he like cries at movies. So it's like, he's not the most, he's not, you know, the toughest, you know, guy in the world. So like, there is no reason, but also the mother is played by Jennifer Garner.
Oh, I like her.
How could you not tell Jennifer Garner you're gay? She is signed up with, she's the spokesperson for Capital One Discover Card, whatever. And so Mom, I'm gay. Honey, let's go shopping with our Capital One.
Oh my God.
Right? That's like a commercial, okay? There's no way Jennifer Garner's going to be like, get out of here, you gay person.
You're not my son anymore. How dare you be gay?
You're not my son anymore. I didn't raise you to be gay. Get away from me and Capital One.
Right? You give me back your Capital One. You don't get your Capital One privileges anymore.
Absolutely. You are not allowed to use our points.
Jennifer Garner, to me, seems like, like she'd be like the most understanding mom. Like she's always like, oh, well, we can work it out. Or, oh, let's see how we can fix this issue. Like she's very nice.
She is. And I remember her back when she was like 30 in the show Alias. So.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Taking it back.
In 2001. That was my jam.
Quick question. So I feel like this is the whole plot of the movie, but like, who does he end up falling in love with? 'Cause I do want to see it though.
He fell in love with
the right person.
He fell in love with the named person.
Like the person who was who he was finding, like supposed to find.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you.
I know. I definitely want to see it.
And it's so funny. I'm like, I can't tell you anything. So.
I know. I want to see it, but I also want to see A Wrinkle in Time. I still haven't seen that either.
Oprah.
And I still haven't seen Black Panther for a second time. So I really do. It's 3 movies in the theater. Oh, 4. I want to see Tomb Raider too.
Oh, I definitely want to see that.
I don't know if I have all this money to be watching 4 movies, but I definitely want to see them. I think that they would be good. I am giving what's her name? Alicia Vikander. Alicia Vikander. I think that's how she says her name.
It is Vikander, yeah.
Vikander. Alicia Vikander.
She was in The Danish Girl.
I didn't see that.
I did.
The only reason why I know actors and actresses is because of interviews. When I sit and watch and just watch them when they're regular people, I love that.
Like Jimmy, when she was on Jimmy Fallon and they did all the Swedish games.
Oh, I didn't see the Swedish games part.
That's really funny. Yeah, it was during the time she was doing promos for oh no, the holidays.
No, I didn't see
for
that
like
either.
the midsummer day. Yeah, like the maypole. Yeah, it was really funny.
I mean, I'll definitely go back and see it. I only saw like the ones that stood out, like the whole she won a what was it, the talent contest when she was 8, and just like how she prepared for her role, like those kind of things. And then and I did see the Avengers Infinity War trailer.
Ah, that's exactly what Rodney was like. My body is ready for Avengers.
Yeah. I see the meme where it's not called Avengers Infinity War. It's Black Panther and his little friends go to war. It's like, okay, guys, enough. But I find it funny. I want to see it. I'm excited.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm glad they moved it up.
Anything?
The date.
Anything else, Miss Joy?
Oh, real quick, side note, I'm going to Minnesota for the weekend.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, forgot to throw that in there. Yeah, going to Minnesota for the weekend. One of my friends from England is gonna be there, and it's for one of our friends is having a birthday party. And it's like an all eras party, so you can come dressed as any era that you want. And I chose to be the 90s era. And I think the baby is going towards, at this point, I think it's more of the 2000s, like the early 2000s. So we're going to be like the 90s/2000s couple, I'm hoping. So I want to do that, and I'm excited because we went shopping for this. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple things I already had that are 90s, and then we just went out to a store that shall not be named because we are also not endorsed by them to get some clothes, and it was fun. So look forward to having fun in Minnesota.
All right, and then I am just working, so. That's about it. And then possibly, so if you want to do the May challenge with me, or the April challenge with me,
which is what? Take everything off your phone?
Take everything off of your phone. So take off all your apps, all your apps, your browser. The only thing you can use your phone for is take pictures, text, and call.
Oh.
I did it for a month last year, and I actually found that I was happier.
Should I do it? I guess can I still keep all those things on like my iPad and stuff?
Yes,
but just for the phone.
Just for the phone.
Okay.
And then you could still use your Facebook on like your computer and stuff. At least when you're that way, when you're out and about in real life, you don't necessarily need. Like, you don't need to be checking the internet to know what's the name of that person or that sort of stuff. Oh, and you can also use it for music.
Wait, so the browser, like
Safari? Yeah, you can get rid of Safari actually.
Oh God, I kind of like
But do you need to be able to?
Do I need to? No, not really. What about the bank stuff?
I
keep the banks?
I originally I took mine off originally, but if you want to, you can. I understand that.
Oh God, yeah, because
there was a time period when you would just balance your own checks. Like
yeah,
you didn't
I
have that
know.
at your fingertips.
Dear God, like I feel like at this point my life is not stable enough for me to not have an app to at least access my financial monies.
You can keep that, and I'll keep Chick-fil-A, so we're fine.
Okay. Okay, more power. Yeah, because I can for sure get rid of like just the social alone.
Yeah,
like I can get rid of this stuff,
yeah. and you can get it back.
Oh yeah, it's not like it's impossible.
Like it's weirdly I found that I was weirdly happier. I can't explain it.
Yeah, no.
So if you have your music or your Spotify, that's fine, because like we used to walk around with iPods or a Walkman, so that's why I don't see that as being like a really big issue as like a disconnector. But I just found that I was like texting people more often. Like I think cared about individual people as opposed to like the group.
I think what it is for me is it's not that it's weird to be in this, let's say, the major of being a communications person, but I felt that as Facebook got bigger back in like the early 2000s, I guess between, I'm going to say 2008 and 9, probably around that era, I realized that I didn't want to put so much out there, and I just don't post as much on purpose because I just don't feel like I have a lot to say, but then I don't feel like I should be putting out so much. So I don't post as much, except for like that one picture I posted everywhere because I know it has to be on all platforms now.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no, I don't really feel the need to say a lot unless it's for a reason. And I feel like a lot of people should do that more often instead of just, let's say, tweeting the first thing that comes to their mind and just thinking like, oh, a lot of people would want to see this or want to hear this.
Yeah.
Now, that's probably another reason why I haven't really made a video either. It's because I really want to make, this is confessions.
Content that matters.
Content that it's kind of like if you're creative about something, make the things that you would want to see as a person. And I don't think I've made anything that I personally would want to see.
Oh,
so that's why I'm like, uh-oh. What's that?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, but yeah, I just don't. I'm trying to think of things that I would want to see out of me for my channel. So I'm just taking a step back and like really thinking about, instead of just putting stuff up randomly like I've been doing. It's like, well, what would I want? I'm a YouTube subscriber. What do I like? What, who do I watch? And really it's a plethora of things. So it's just kind of like narrowing down what makes me special and what should I be putting on my channel versus just like talking.
Diarrhea. Yeah. And like throwing stuff to the wall. Yeah. I get it.
So yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out. So I just figured if I just take some time to like do other stuff, I'll come back to it and then be like, all right, this is me. This is what I want to do. But as of right now,
Rodney says that you should also ask around. So,
but it's odd though. It's like a blessing and a curse. I am happy that there are people around me that do have suggestions and are really great suggestions and like really great ideas. And I'm like, oh, I would love to do that. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to do that. But then I feel like, is it really like, is it really doable for me to do? That sounds odd. Like in my everyday life now, is it something that I can do? Or is it just something that sounds great, but then requires more people for me to pull off? And then in terms of editing time and then just sitting there, and then I don't really have a lot of time alone to really record things. And it's just kind of like I would rather just put out something simple instead of going for like the big things, like to cause attention. I would rather be trustworthy, consistent, and honest versus just like running around New York City and asking random people things and being and interviewing. Like it's just
You'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll get it. You just need to be inspired again.
True. And then the other half of my friends, like they'll say these suggestions and then they don't want to be on camera. Like I'm like the only one that really wants to be on camera. No one wants to be on camera with me. So it's just kind of like, well, out of my, besides you, I mean, like other friend groups, it's like as soon as I mention getting in front of the camera, it's like, oh no, not us. I'm like, but, and then the people that do want to be in the front of the camera, every time we hang out, we never have a camera. Like we're never recording. We're just like hanging out.
I think that's probably because you're having too much fun.
That's the thing. It's like all the friends that actually do want to be on camera, we have so much fun that we never record. And then all the people that do suggest things, we're available, but they don't want to record.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, I just have to do this alone.
On that note.
Yeah. Oh, walkie-talkie.
It's time.
Oh, it's
I'm
time
sorry.
to boom.
I am tired, and there's probably a snowstorm coming.
Oh, yeah.
Follow Joy at JoyAndfinity at Twitter and all of the things, Twitter and Facebook and Institute and my spot.
Yep.
And follow me for right now at Chockfull of Moxie at
all of the things.
Most of the things. If it's not chock full of Moxie, it's chock full o Moxie. But once April comes, I will be doing my phone thing. All right, I'm tired.
Hey, I think I'm gonna do it with you. So
all right. Konnichiwa. I don't know how to say osanabisasai, guys.
Oh yasumi nasai.
Yasi unamisai.
No, oh God, you have to space out what you. Yasumi nasai. It's if you took Japanese, it would.
Oh wait a second, hold on. I think I got it. Yasi uma inasai.
Oh Jesus! And Roddy, I did read your suggestions. Thank you. I did read your comments. Oklahoma, guys. Yes.
Wait, is that what I said?
No, that's what Chris said. Oh yasumi nasai, and then Chris was like Oklahoma.
Oh yasi so minasai.
Oh my God! Thank you for saying it phonetically, Rodney.
Oh yaso minasai.
Oh yasu.
Well, you know what I say instead. Guess what I say, guys.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Jade, peace. I totally got that from a show.
Oh my God.
And I love it. Gorgeous tiny chick machine show. Jade, peace.
No.
Okay.
Goodbye. Bye bye.
Oh, yaso minasai. Oklahoma, guys.
Oklahoma, guys. Peace.
Please, guys, don't think I'm racist. I'm not. Totally sound like
Rousey Rodney. Ricky is the least racist person I know.
I hope.
Yeah, he's not racist. He has more stories about how not racist he is. So
I guess I mean I.
Oklahoma, guys.
Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, that's like a science. That's a Rodneyism.
Shout out to Oklahoma.
I know it's a Chris thing. That's from Rodney Chris.
Rod
Chris.
Guys,
thank you so much for watching. We love you.
Bye.